We talk about Jesus as a symbol, a painting on the wall, a holiday once a year. But what if we've missed the real him? What if Jesus wasn't just a story, but a storm that shook the earth with love, a voice that shattered shame, a fire that still burns in the hearts of the broken? This is the Jesus we rarely talk about, but deeply need. He was not soft. He flipped tables in temples, called out hypocrisy in high places, and touched people no one dared to touch. He didn't come to please crowds, but to free souls. He was fierce in mercy, bold in compassion, and dangerous to the darkness. And that same power still moves today. 3. Jesus was misunderstood then, and he still is. He was accused of blasphemy, betrayal, and rebellion. Not because he lied, but because he told the truth. In a world that builds walls, he broke them. In a system built on fear, he preached love. In a culture of status, he washed feet. 4. He wasn't after applause. He was after hearts. While the world was watching for warriors and kings, Jesus came as a servant. No crown, no army, just a message strong enough to split time in two. And still, his name shakes nations and stirs the deepest places of the soul. 5. He was fully man. He wept, he bled, he felt hunger, betrayal, exhaustion. But he was also fully God. He calmed storms with words, raised the dead with a touch, and forgave sins no priest dared to speak of. That paradox is the miracle. He came low so we could rise. 6. He didn't build a religion. He built a rescue mission. He didn't say, "Get your life together, then come." He said, "Come as you are, and I'll walk with you." He called fishermen, tax collectors, prostitutes, and doubters, and turned them into carriers of hope. What would he say to you today? Not a lecture, not a list of rules, but maybe something like, "I see your pain. I know your secrets. I still choose you." He never spoke to impress. He spoke to transform. And one word from him can still change everything. 8. We often picture him far away, holy but distant. But Jesus isn't in stained glass or locked in churches. He's where your tears fall. He's where forgiveness seems impossible. He's in the silence after your prayer. The real Jesus doesn't hide. He knocks. 9. He walked the road to the cross, knowing most would reject him. Still he went. Still he loved. Still he died. Why? Because that's who he is. Not a God who watches from afar, but one who enters the suffering, carries the weight, and rises with scars to prove it. 10. And he's not done. He's still healing hearts, still calling prodigals home, still choosing the least likely, still rewriting stories. The question isn't, is Jesus real? The question is, are we ready to meet the real Jesus? 11. You've heard about him, maybe even believed in him, but now he's calling you to follow, not with your Sunday face, but your whole life, to walk with him, trust him, know him, not just in your mind, but in your soul. This is not religion. This is revival. And it starts with one word, yes.